The state of Maryland is proud of its safe highway system. State officials monitor all highway activities to keep Maryland roads safe. Police sometimes conduct routine traffic stops to enforce motor vehicle laws. They cannot stop a vehicle without a reason. If you are ever stopped by a police officer, you may get nervous. You may also be surprised to know that the police officer may be nervous too. Traffic stops are dangerous for police officers. According to the Federal Bureau of Investigations, or the FBI, in 2008, more police officers were killed during routine traffic stops and vehicle pursuits than any other situation except making arrests. In this video, you will learn 4 things: what a traffic stop is, why traffic stops occur, what you can expect from the police officer during a traffic stop, and what you should do during a traffic stop.
Yeah. Girl, you know it. Oh yeah. I am ready for tonight. We're going to I'm going to wear the little black dress, so I can look slimmer. Diet? I can't die to save my life. Oh, shucks. Girl, I'm being pulled over by the police. Oh, okay. All right, I'll call you back. Pulled over.
Morning, ma'am. First Sergeant Banks, Maryland State Police. The reason why you were stopped, cited by radar, 80 miles per hour in a posted 55 zone.
How fast was I going?
80 miles per hour, ma'am. Ma'am, also noticed you did not have your seatbelt on. In particular reason?
Well, it's broken. I just can't get to work.
Ma'am, I also noticed that you were operating your cell phone without the hands-free device.
Yes.
Ma'am, I need to see your driver's license and your registration card.
Okay, my driver's license is in my purse, and my registration card is in my left compartment.
Ma'am, could you go ahead and get your driver's license out your purse and then get your registration card?
Okay.
Ma'am, the address on your driver's license, is that your current address?
Yeah, it is.
Ma'am, remain in your vehicle. I'll be with you in a minute.
Okay.
What has the driver done wrong? She was not paying attention to her driving. She was talking on her cell phone, looking in the mirror instead of looking at the road, and thinking about her evening out instead of her driving. The driver did not pay attention to the speed limit, so she began driving too fast, and she was not wearing a seatbelt.
Oh my gosh. Oh, man.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
this is a written citation for exceeding the posted speed limit. 80 miles per hour in a posted 55 zone. Ma'am, this is a written citation for cell phone violation.
Gosh. Okay.
This is a written warning for seatbelt violation.
So what does this mean?
Ma'am, written warning, no points or no fine will be assessed to your driving record. Ma'am, this is a safety equipment repair order for your seatbelt. You told me that your seatbelt did not work.
Right. So I have no money. How long do I have to wait to get it fixed? I mean,
Ma'am,
what do I do?
you have 10 days to get it fixed, certified inspection. You have 30 days to mail it in to the Maryland State Police Automotive Safety Enforcement Division. Ma'am, here's your driver's license and your registration card.
Thanks.
Please be careful getting back on the roadway. Have a good day.
This traffic stop went well because the driver, while a bit nervous and uncertain, remained calm and cooperative. Here are some other important points. You may be stopped by a marked police cruiser or an unmarked vehicle. Pull over as soon as it is safe to do so. Puede ser parado por un crucero marcado de policía o un vehículo sin marca. Deténgase tan pronto como sea seguro hacerlo. For your safety, do not get out of your vehicle unless the police officer tells you to exit. Para su seguridad, no salga de su vehículo a menos que el policía le diga que salga. The officer may talk to the driver from the side of the vehicle. This is for his or her protection. The officer may also approach on the right side or passenger side of the vehicle instead of the driver's side. El policía puede hablar con el conductor del lado del vehículo. Esto es para su protección. El policía también puede acercarse en el lado derecho o lado pasajero del vehículo en vez del lado de conductor. Keep your hands on the steering wheel where the officer can see them. Tell the officer from where you must get the documents he asks for. Mantenga las manos en el volante donde el policía las pueda ver. Diga al policía de dónde usted debe recuperar los documentos que pide. Treat the officer with respect. It is fine to ask questions, but do not argue. Trate al policía con respeto. Está bien hacer preguntas, pero no discuta. The officer will ask for your license and registration. Ask for permission if you need to move your hands to get the items the officer asks for. El policía le pedirá su licencia y el registro del vehículo. Pida permiso si tiene que mover las manos para conseguir los artículos que pide el policía. An officer may give you a citation during a traffic stop. This is a paper document stating what motor vehicle law has been broken. Un policía le puede dar una citación durante una parada de tránsito. Esto es un documento de papel que indica cuál ley de tránsito ha sido rota. The officer may give you one of these paper documents, also known as citations. El policía le puede dar uno de estos documentos de papel, los cuales se llaman citaciones. Not all citations look exactly the same. Some citations are printed by a machine. In other situations, the officer fills the document out by hand. Las citaciones no se ven todas exactamente iguales. Algunas citaciones son producidas electrónicamente. En otras situaciones, el policía llena el documento a mano. If the officer asks you to sign a citation, you must sign. You must sign a citation if you are asked to do so. Your signature does not mean you agree with the violation. Your signature means you received the citation. The officer could arrest you if you do not sign. Es requerido firmar una citación si el policía así le pide. Su firma no significa que usted está de acuerdo con la infracción. Su firma significa que recibió la citación. El policía le podría detener si usted no firma la citación. This document is called a payable citation because you are asked to pay a fine. You must sign the document if the officer asks you to sign. Follow the instructions on the citation to pay the fine. You may go to court if you think you are not guilty. To do this, do not pay the fine and wait for a court date to come in the mail. Este documento se llama una citación pagadera porque le pide pagar una multa. Debe firmar el documento si el policía pide que lo firme. Siga las instrucciones en la citación para pagar la multa. Si piensa usted que no es culpable, puede presentarse en la corte. Para hacer esto, no pague la multa y espere hasta que le llegue por correo una fecha de audiencia en la corte. For some violations, you will not be asked to pay a fine. You must appear in court instead. You will always be given a must-appear citation if you are stopped for driving while intoxicated, DWI, or driving under the influence, DUI. Esto es una citación de apariencia obligatoria. Para algunos delitos, no se le pide pagar ninguna multa. En vez de esto, usted tiene que presentarse en la corte. Siempre se da una citación de apariencia obligatoria cuando uno está parado para manejar en estado de ebriedad o para manejar bajo la influencia de alcohol y/o drogas. Warning. For some violations, the officer may decide to give you a warning instead of a citation. You are not required to pay a fine or appear in court. If you are stopped for the same reason in the future, however, you may receive a citation. Para algunas infracciones, el policía puede decidir darle una advertencia en lugar de una citación. No es requerido pagar ninguna multa ni presentarse en la corte. Sin embargo, si usted es detenido para la misma razón en el futuro, podría recibir una citación. 0. The officer may give you a safety equipment repair order, or 0. This is a written order to fix problems with your vehicle. You must have the vehicle repaired and inspected within 10 days. You must return the signed 0 to the Maryland State Police within 30 days. Carefully follow all instructions on the 0. Being stopped for a safety violation could subject you to scrutiny for a DUI. Drivers are sometimes cited for DUI after being stopped for a safety violation. El policía le puede dar una orden de reparación de equipaje de seguridad, o 0. Esta es una orden escrita para arreglar los problemas con su vehículo. El vehículo debe ser reparado e inspeccionado dentro de 10 días. Tiene que devolver el 0 firmado a la policía del estado de Maryland dentro de 30 días. Siga con cuidado todas las instrucciones en el 0. Al ser detenido por una infracción de equipaje de seguridad, usted puede estar sujeto a averiguación por un DUI. Los conductores a veces se citan para DUI después de ser detenido por una infracción de equipaje de seguridad. Traffic stops are not exactly the same. They may differ depending on where you are stopped. For example, the officer may approach the right or left side of the vehicle. The officer may or may not ask you to sign a citation. Las paradas del tránsito no son todas exactamente iguales. Pueden variar depender de dónde usted es parado. Por ejemplo, Un policía puede acercarse del lado derecho o del lado izquierdo del vehículo. El policía puede o no puede pedir que firme una citación. The state of Maryland is committed to reducing traffic crashes and saving lives. Traffic stops are a tool used by Maryland law enforcement to make drivers aware that they have been observed in violation of a traffic law. The traffic stop gives police officers the opportunity to advise drivers to correct their behavior for the safety of themselves and others on Maryland roadways. El estado de Maryland es comprometido a reducir choques de tránsito y guardar vidas. Las paradas del tránsito son una herramienta utilizada por aplicación de la ley de Maryland de hacer a conductores entender que han sido observados en la infracción de una ley del tránsito. La parada del tránsito les da a policías la oportunidad de aconsejar al conductor para corregir su conducta, para la seguridad de sí mismo y la de otros en las calzadas de Maryland.